Right, Wednesday morning team. This is Base Power Week 2. Let's get ready to go. We've got a lot to get through. You're going to go away from this class feeling like you've had a stretch, but definitely that you've got the work going in that core. Just a few people coming in last minute there, that's fine. So yeah, you'll go away feeling great for having done this class. Definitely get that burn in those abs. As always, be sensible with how much work you're putting into those abs. Make sure you choose the appropriate exercise for you. Right team, quick warm up, then we're into the stretch. Get yourself ready. 3 movements in the warm up, dead simple. We're going to reach up into a knee drive. We're going to do a squat down with a rotation, and you're going to be running on the spot. 20 seconds on each. Right, so we're going to reach up into a knee drive. Up, knee drive. There's our little timer started. 20 seconds, that's all. Reaching up into this knee drive. As you do this team, I want you to think about the abs work that's coming up. So you're going to be working the core. So prep those muscles, wake them up. Tummy muscles about to get worked. Squat with a rotation next. Squat down as you come up, rotate to the side. So we want that freedom of movement, that range of movement through the rotation. So mobilizing through the spine as you do this rotation. After this, you're running on the spot. Running on the spot just to get it warm. And as you run, can you throw some punches? So you're running with the punches. These 3 movements, that's your warm up. So running with the punches. Oh, and we're doing this 3 times through, by the way. So by the end of this, you should be warmed up and you should be loosened off, ready for the workout. We've got reach up, knee drive. Nearly forgot for the moment there what we were doing. Reach up, knee drive. Okay. So making this more dynamic now. So you know the deal. Reach up high, drive that knee up, using that power from the core. Base power. Power generation comes from the core. Find that power, squat down, rotate to the side. Right, so feeling those legs getting warmed up, rotating the torso right over to the side. Running with the punches after this. Right, running with the punches. Looking lively then team, so we've got everybody in the live class. I think there's about 16 people there in the live class. Everybody doing the recording, but all in this together. Base power. Oh, there's a couple of tough exercises in there from last week, weren't there? A few real burners. Right, last time through. So last time through here, as dynamic as you can, as powerful as you can. Yeah, so a couple of real burners from last time. I remember there was that twist crunch variation. It was like a crisscross movement. And there was the side crunch as well. 2 real burners. Squat down, rotate. So coming up then, after this warm up, you've got the stretch, you've got the burn, the hold, and the hit. Stretch, burn, hold, and hit. Running with the punches, last time. Wind it up a little bit, team. 10 seconds left here, and then you're getting down on the floor. We're going straight into the stretch. So we've got a stretch routine, which is hopefully going to get ingrained into you by the end of this month. So down on the floor, there was your time. We're in here, legs out straight. Let me just point this camera down a little bit. That's better. Right, legs out straight. Good. So we're in here for our stretch. We're going to sit up straight. We're going to do a spine stretch forward. We're going to take a breath in. And on the exhale, stretch down towards the toes, fully breathing out. Inhale, bring it right back up. Exhale down towards the toes. Try and slow your breathing down. So you can inhale on the way back up. Exhale down towards the toes. Try and release any tension as you breathe out. Inhale back up. This time round, we're going to exhale down towards the toes and then hold it there. Okay, so taking a few breaths as you hold that stretch. Feeling any tightness down the back of the legs or through the length of the spine, use your breathing to help you release. Bring it back up to seated. We're going to do the same thing with our bow and arrow. So bring the arms up in front. This is rotation. You're going to inhale to prepare, and on the exhale we pull it back, stretch it out behind. Inhale, bring it back to center, and that sets you up. Exhale on the other side. Extend the arm behind. Inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale, pull back. Extend behind. Feel that rotation through the torso. Use your breathing to time those movements. So you're exhaling on the rotation, inhaling, bringing it back to center. Don't worry if you go out of time with me. Use your own breathing to time the movement. On your next one, as you exhale and bring it back, hold it there, just like you did on the spine stretch forwards. Hold it there for a few breaths. Use that exhale to rotate a little bit further if you can. You might find on the inhale you rotate back, and then exhale, extend that rotation. Back to center, same thing on the other side. Exhale, pull it back, extend, hold for a few breaths. Sitting up straight, feeling that rotation through the length of the torso. Back to center. Right, same thing but with saw. So we're going to bring the feet wide. Okay, tricky. Arms wide. Inhale to prepare. On the exhale, we rotate to face one leg, extend the arm forwards, hinge forwards towards the toes, and then bring it back on the inhale, which sets you up for an exhale on the other side. So again, use your breathing to time your movement. So you're exhaling as you go down, inhaling as you come back up. Oh, I find this one so difficult. So if you have any restriction or tightness in your hamstrings, or any restriction through the mobility of your spine, you will find this one tricky. Okay, but that's what we're here for. Identify any weaknesses, work on improving those. Or perhaps you're someone who finds that your flexibility is actually your strength, and you can do this movement quite manageably. On the next one, rotate, hinge forwards, hold it there for a couple of breaths. So like the others, use that breathing to help you release further into that position. And then bring it back to center, same thing on the other side. On your exhale, rotate, point the arm forwards, and then hinge forwards towards the toes. Take a few breaths in that position. And bring it back up. All right, bring the heels in, press the soles of the feet together into that adductor stretch. Holding that adductor stretch quickly. We've got a hip flexor stretch coming up, then you're going to transition into downward dog, and then we're going into the burn. So feel that stretch here first. Breathe. Okay, take it into a hip flexor for me. So on the knee, bringing the body forwards, bringing that stretch into the hip flexor. So we're taking out any tension in those muscles. So breathe into that and then release as you exhale. So you're getting rid of that restriction, getting rid of any extra tension you've got in those muscles, which is going to give you your range of movement. And you'll get more from the ab exercises if you've got an unrestricted range of movement. Right, whichever leg you're stretching, take that hand, place it down on the floor, reaching up with the opposite arm. Bring it down and up, switch sides. Quick hip flex stretch on the other side. Forwards to that point of stretch. Breathe, opening out through the hip flexor. Use that exhale to release further into the stretch. Place that hand down, lift up with the arm. So again, this sort of stretching routine is one that's really good for after a session, after a run. It also preps you for a workout, which is why we're doing it now. But just getting this into the memory as much as the muscle memory. Really good little routine. So you had your spine stretch forward, your bow and arrow, your saw, you've got this hip flexor, and then place hand down, transition into a downward dog. So we're in here, feeling that stretch now in the back of the legs, through to the calves. Lift the heels up and down if you like. Feel that flexion through the ankle, and then place heels down towards the floor, You might be able to get the heels on the floor. Feel that length through the spine. For 3, 2, 1, and release. Right team, let's get to work. So we're going into our burn. We want to bring that work into those abs. We had 4 exercises. On this first one, we spent a lot of time on this one last week. I'm going to go straight to the hardest version of this exercise. So we're going to start out lying on your back. Okay team? So we're going to start out bringing the knees up. Fingertips support the weight of the head. We lift the head and shoulders up to our start position. Right, I'm going to take the right leg and I'm just going to do the leg movement. So pull the tummy in towards the spine. Make sure you've got that tension in those abs. Right leg extends and then comes back. Same side, right leg all the time, extends and comes back. Head and shoulders are high. Take the pressure off the neck by tucking the chin in or supporting the weight of the head with the fingertips. So it's the right leg that moves, extend and back. Now as that right knee comes back in, can you bring the opposite elbow so your left elbow comes towards that knee? There. So you're bringing that elbow towards the knee. As you do that, feel how the other elbow travels back the way. I find I can even touch down that elbow on the floor. So if you're doing the same side as me, that right elbow is just traveling back and touching down. Right? But I want to add an extra movement to this. As that leg extends, the right elbow comes to the left knee. So you see how we've got that rotation through the torso? We're going elbow to opposite knee. And it's just one leg that's moving. So your left knee should be absolutely still. And if you can coordinate all of that, if you can keep the tummy pulled in towards you, if you can bring that work into the core, into those abdominal muscles, you should be feeling that burn already. So this cuts to the chase real quick. This was the hardest version of that first exercise. 3, 2, 1, and place it all down. Wow, so if you could bring focus to that and master that movement, really tough but really effective exercise for the core. We're going to go on to the other side. So we're going to bring the knees back up. Head and shoulders lifted up, find that start position. So feel that tension in those abs already. Left leg, let's get it moving. We extend and pull it back. So just the leg moving. Feel how you can isolate that movement. You can extend that leg with control. You can feel that tension in the abs. There. Now as that left knee comes up towards you, bring the right elbow to meet it. So right elbow to left knee. Feel how the other elbow, the left elbow now, is travelling back, isn't it? You can even touch it down at the sides. Oh, I can feel that burn creeping in already. And then add that additional twist movement. So we go elbow to opposite knee as the left leg moves. Now try and keep that right knee absolutely still. I can see mine moving. Stay still. So that right knee should be still. I hope you're not looking at the recording too closely here. I can see mine moving. Stay still. Control this movement for 3, 2, 1, and down. Whoa, burner, straight away. Stretch the arms behind, stretch the legs out long. 3, 2, 1, and in. Right, let's take it back to a slightly easier version. So we're going to bring the knees back up. Head and shoulders lifted off the floor. So our slightly easier version was a crisscross movement. That's where we lift up here, we extend for one, bring it back, extend for the other, and back, and then lower the head and shoulders down. So we lift it up, extend, and back, head and shoulders down. Place the feet on the floor, going down a level. We're going to lift the head and shoulders up, bring that tension into the abs. We're going to go knee to elbow, place it back down. Knee to elbow, place it back down, head and shoulders down, and then lift back up. Knee to elbow, it's a bicycle crunch movement. Knee to elbow, lower back down. Again, one more, lift the head and shoulders up, knee to elbow, place it back down. Last progression, we're going to keep the feet flat on the floor this time, lift the head and shoulders up, feel that tension in the abs. We're going to reach forward for a twist crunch. Hand goes over the opposite knee and back, other side. Hand goes over the opposite knee, back, lower the head and shoulders down. Lift up again, lift, reach 1, reach 2, lower down, lift up, reach 1, reach 2, lower down, one more, we'll do it once more, lift up, reach one, reach two, and lower down. Right, so you've got a progression that we did in reverse order from the hardest to the easiest. When we do this as a circuit later on, you pick your version. Right, next exercise, bring it up here. We're going to go into tricep dip position, hands down, feet flat on the floor. Lift your bum off the floor, lengthen the arms. Okay, right, so last week we did leg extensions, we're going to do toe touches this time. So from here, we reach up towards the toes on the opposite foot. Place it back down, other side, toe touches, there. Right, now as you do this, yes, there's work through the arms. You've got to extend that leg, but can you bring as much work as you can into that midsection? So as you transition onto one hand and one foot, that stabilisation comes from the core. So having got that burn on those previous exercises, I can feel those muscles firing to stabilise this position and to lengthen that leg. Right, keep this going, try and master this movement. You've got that work through the arms and shoulders as well. Keep the shoulder blades down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Place it down. Okay, and roll it back again. Right, the next burner. So this was where we rolled over onto the side, sort of partially over onto the side, lower arm extended. So I've rolled over onto the right side here. Okay, we can extend the legs and find that balance point. So what we started out with was knee to elbow here. So we extend, knee to elbow, there. So what I want you to do is find this movement and then see if you can bring that work into the obliques. So just by lifting that knee up, I can feel that squeeze in those side muscles. Try and bring the knee towards the elbow, even past the elbow. I can think about moving the elbow towards the knee, so I've got some side flexion going on. And again, you're bringing as much work into that midsection as you can. Make this harder, bring that lower leg off the floor. Make it harder still, bring both knees in. And now that is really difficult. That burn comes in real quick into those obliques. So choose your version of this, whether it's a double knee or whether it's that top leg with the bottom leg off the floor, or whether you lower that bottom leg to the floor and focus on that single knee drive. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so team, with exercise like this, it's up to you to find the position, the alignment, the movement, which brings maximum work to that midsection. If you need, you can change it. You can bring a hand here to support the weight of the head. If that's going to allow you to get more out of the exercise, go ahead and make little changes like that. Bring that work to the midsection. Work those muscles. Let's do a quick set of 10 on this side and then we'll change over. So find your position, find your variation, 10 reps. Here we go. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And down. Right, so hopefully you chose a version that's right for you. We're going to switch sides now and find that balance point on the other side. Okay, so it's partially leaned back. It's in that balanced position. My lower arm, my left arm in this case, is out to the side and I'm ready to go. So we've got our single leg version. Knee drive up. Let's go through these progressions together. So knee drive up. Feel that you can bring that work into the obliques on this side. Knee comes towards elbow. Elbow gently goes towards the knee. So you can see that side flexion. Lift the lower leg off the floor if you can. Okay, so if that's pulling on your neck, you can support the weight of the head using that other arm. If you prefer to do that, you can do. Double leg version if you want. So double leg, knee tuck. 3, 2, 1, and down. Right, so hopefully you've got a position and a movement which suits you. We're going to do a set of 10. Ready? So find your start position, and here we go. We lift up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring that burn. 6, 7. Exaggerate that knee tuck. 9 and 10. And down. Cool. That was exercise number 3. Last one of this little block is our double squeeze in box shape. So double squeeze means that we extend one leg. Let's lift it right up to the horizontal there. So we're here. Feel that squeeze in the glutes and that extended leg. So you're in box shape, extended leg. Now get the squeeze in the abs by driving the knee in to that knee tuck position and then extend it back out. So glutes, abs, glutes, abs. Okay, so find that movement. It's a knee tuck to a leg extension. But I want you to feel how you can get that squeeze in those 2 muscle groups, from the glutes on the leg extension to the abs on the knee tuck. Now, even though you're getting that squeeze in the abs, that emphasis on those tummy muscles on the knee tuck, you should still keep those abs engaged on the leg extension so they don't relax. You keep the tummy pulled in towards you. You keep that stability through the midsection even as you extend the leg, but the emphasis changes to the glutes on the leg extension. Got it? Right, give me 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. We're going to change sides. So find that leg extension first on the other leg. This is a really good running exercise. It teaches you to be able to use the glutes whilst engaging the abs, so you've got that strong core. So feel the squeeze in the glutes on the leg extension. Knee tuck, squeeze in the abs, extend it out. Glutes, abs, glutes, abs. Keep it going. So feel how that emphasis shifts, how that squeeze shifts, but feel how you've got that stability throughout the whole movement. Try and maintain alignment as you kick out with that leg. So the hips are level, shoulders are level, spine is in neutral as best you can. Let's go 5 more. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good stuff, team. Right, shake that out. Well done. So that was our burn set. A few difficult exercises in there. Let's move straight on. We've got a lot to get through. We're going to go into our hold set. 3 exercises, starting with a plank. So down into plank position, team. Okay, down into a plank. Bring that work and tension back into the abs. No hanging about. Holding this. So now we're holding position. There's no movement. It's a static hold. Okay, so plank position. We're here for 1 minute. Okay, it takes me a while to get the timer set up. We're away. We'll say that we were 10 seconds in. So we're doing a whole minute here. Can you manage to hold this for the full minute? If not, you choose to come out of it whenever you like, and then as soon as you're ready, go back into the plank position and take it up to the minute. So halfway, 30 seconds in. Try and keep the body long and straight like an arrow. So your spine is in neutral, you're long through the neck, right through to the top of the head. So lengthened from the heels all the way through the body, right through to the top of the head. Last 10 seconds. So from your burner exercises that are really good for strength, for those core muscles, this is good for stability. Right, there's your 1 minute. So exercises like this, these hold exercises, great for training the abs to keep the spine in neutral. We're going into a dying bug. So same principle, different position. So spine in neutral, engage the core, the knees come up, extend to the vertical, arms come up. Okay, so we're in our dying bugs start position. So in this one, we are going to lower down, so lower one leg in the opposite arm and hold it there. So we hold this position. Breathe in this position. So the abs are holding the spine in neutral. They're keeping the pelvis still. They're keeping that natural curvature of the spine without allowing the lower back to lift up anymore. Controlling the limbs. Are your legs shaking there a little bit? I think mine is. Try and keep the leg and the arm vertical. Last few moments here, then you're going to bring the arm and leg back up. So bring it back up to vertical. There's your start position. Other side. Lower down and hold. So we've got one arm vertical, one arm horizontal, one leg vertical, one leg horizontal. Now make sure that horizontal arm and leg is not touching the floor. So you're not just resting on the floor, you're hovering it just off the floor. Feel that tension in the abs. Last few moments, then you're going to bring it back up to the start position. So bring it back up to vertical and relax the feet down onto the floor. Lift the hips up into bridge position. So the feet are now flat on the floor. Transition straight into bridge. Another static hold. Breathe in this position. So you're breathing, releasing any tension in the hip flexors. Okay. So find a position that feels best for you. You might want to walk the heels in a little bit. Bring the feet a little bit closer together. Bring the knees a little bit closer together. Lift the hips a bit higher. Breathe. And again, on the next exhale, lift the hips higher still. Try and keep that tension in those tummy muscles. Bring the work into the glutes. Get that squeeze in the glutes. You can actively increase that squeeze in the glutes, can't you? On your next exhale, lift even higher. There. And hold. Hold it there at the top. If you feel a lot of tightness down the front of the thighs, might mean that you need to do some more quad stretches and some hip flexor stretches. I can feel that, that's why I'm saying it. Okay, so I need to work on any tightness in those quads. Hold it there, last few moments. 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Kick it out. Right, well done team. Right, last bit of work here. We're going into our HIIT session. So you've done your stretch, your burn, your hold, and now your HIIT. So you're going to go back onto the interval timer. You're doing 2 exercises. One of the twist crunch variations combined with, I'm going to do the kick-ups, those. You could do the heel bridge that we just did if you like. Either way, 20 seconds work. I'll give you 5 seconds to change, and we're doing 8 rounds all together. Ready team? So last bit of work, this is your HIIT session. So we're going to go in here. I'm going to go with that variation of the crisscross where we did this rotation with the torso, 1 leg moves. You choose your variation. We've got the twist crunches, the bicycle crunches. Choose a burner, get ready to work, going in 5. It's 20 seconds work, that's all. Set up, ready to work, go. 20 seconds focus on this movement. I want you to invite that burn back into those abs. So choose a tough version, but one that's right for you. If you're doing this one like I am, then it's a single side exercise for this 20 seconds, remembering which side is moving. On the next 20 you change. Right, 5 seconds, switch exercise. I'm going into this toe touch here. You might want to do the hip bridge. So it's a different exercise for 20 seconds here. So again, bring that focus to the movement. Okay. So 20 seconds on each one. 2 exercises, back to back. 8 rounds all together. So going into that twist crunch next, remembering to switch sides. Right, so set it up. So I was in here, other leg is moving. So if you're doing the same as me, make sure you switch legs. So this is your twist crunch variation, your burner. Come on team, bring that work, bring that focus into those abs. Last bit of work, make it count. 5 seconds left. Whichever other exercise you chose, switch to that other exercise. So I'm in here with the toe touch. 20 seconds. Control that movement. So with this toe touch, if you're doing this one, this is one of those exercises where you could just throw that leg about, you could kick it up in the air, but I want you to bring that focus to the core. I want you to actively bring that work into those tummy muscles. You can feel that power generation coming from the abs. Right, back to twist crunch. So set this up. 20 seconds to bring that burn back in. Exaggerate that rotation. So in all of those twist crunch movements, you had rotation through the torso. Exaggerate that. Feel how the elbows travel forwards, but they can also travel back. Toe touches. Set up. Nearly there, team. Last few moments of work. Finish strong. So we've got twist crunches. Last set. So making sure you switch sides. Set it up. Get that movement going. 20 seconds. Keep that focus. Last couple of intervals. So base power, working those abs, working those core muscles. Power generation comes from the core. Combined with Monday's run strong. Okay, last interval, toe touches. Toe touches here. Yeah, so combined with your Monday run strong workout, really effective training. Great for strengthening your running form, improving your efficiency. Great for bulletproofing you for bigger miles, and great for building speed and endurance. Last few seconds here, team. There's your time, right, sit it down. Sit up straight. Take a few breaths. Okay, very quick stretch. Inhale. Exhale down. Take a few breaths there in that stretch position. Hopefully feel like you can go a little bit further into that stretch. I'm just going to do this one stretch probably here, but if you can remember it, now would be a good time to go through that routine. So we had this spine stretch forward, we had bow and arrow, saw, hip flexor, and downward dog. Last few breaths in this position, using that exhale, releasing into the stretch. And then bring it back up to seated. Let's find our way back up onto our feet, a couple of energizer stretches, and then we'll leave it there. So team, up you get. Just duck underneath the camera there, I think I can see you all. Yep. Okay, energizer. Inhale on the way up. Exhale on the way down. Inhale on the way up. Exhale on the way down. Last time, inhale on the way up. And exhale on the way down. Right, going away from this workout feeling energized, definitely feeling like we worked that core, feeling more mobile, hopefully, than you did at the start. Great job, team. Well done, everyone in the live class. Nice one, everyone in the recording. I shall see you next time in the gym.